Good morning children. Welcome back to social science class. In our last class we had started the chapter The Land of Snow and Ice, Greenland. Half of the chapter we had completed. So the remaining topics we will discuss today. Before that, let's recall the points once again. The land of snow and ice is also known as the frigid zone, is permanently covered with ice and frozen throughout the year. Greenland is the world's largest island. Nuuk is the capital of Greenland. Nuuk was earlier called Gotha. The climate of Greenland is Arctic, which means freezing cold. Plant life is very short in Greenland because of the harsh climate. Let's begin discuss today's topic, brief history of Greenland. Inuits are the native people of Greenland. Inuits were earlier called Eskimos. Inuits were earlier called Eskimos. Inuits came to Greenland from North America some 1,000 years ago. Erik the Red, a Norwegian explorer who sailed from Iceland to Greenland, after spending 3 years, he came back to Iceland, the nearest European country. Iceland is the nearest European country. Here, he told about the new land. He called it Greenland to encourage the people to settle there. Erik the Red called this island Greenland to encourage the people to settle there. In 1953, Greenland became a part of the Kingdom of Denmark. In 1979, Greenland became a self-governing with its own parliament, though Denmark continued to control island's foreign affairs. Let's begin discuss people and culture of Greenland. Inuits are the native people of Greenland. They were earlier called Eskimos. The Inuits are hardworking, cheerful and hospitable people. Hospitable means they are very friendly and generous. Their lives changed greatly in the 20th century because of increased contact with the societies of the south. They are short, strong and stout. Inuits are short, strong and stout. Stout means fat. Their faces are flat with narrow black eyes and their skin is golden yellow. Almost everyone lives in small towns near the coast. Over a period of time, they have adapted themselves to the harsh climate. The official languages are Danish and Greenlandic, which are Inuit languages. The official languages are Danish and Greenlandic. Most of them are continued to practice traditional Inuit cultural activities. Folk arts, especially soapstone carving and drum dancing, remain popular. The Inuits use narrow boats called kayaks for fishing and hunting sea animals. Broader boats called umiaks are used to carry people and also for hunting whales. Greenland hardly has any roads. The people use sledges pulled by reindeers or wolf-like dogs called huskies. Nowadays, they started using motorboats. Our next topic is houses. Earlier, Inuits lived in sod houses. These houses were built of stones and whale rib bones covered with the grass and soil. That means roofs covered with the grass and soil. Those who live in the extreme north make houses or shelters of snow in winter called igloos. These houses are like domes for the snow to fall on either side. They have a hole in the center for smoke and hot air to pass through. The floor is covered with the skin and fur of animals. Permanent houses are also being built in recent years from logs or stones. Tents made of animal skin called toothpicks are also used by people who travel especially during summers. Our Our next topic is food. For years, Inuits lived by hunting, fishing and gathering food during the summer and the spring seasons. They hunt animals for their meat, skin and fat. Nowadays, they buy goods brought in from other countries. Let's begin discuss about their dress. To protect themselves from the cold, Inuits wear clothes made from the skin of seals. Inuits traditionally wear trousers and wooden jackets to cover their heads called parkas made from the fur of animals. What are parkas? Jacket with a hood to cover the head. What are parkas? Jacket with a hood to cover the head. They also wear waterproof boots called muglers. They also wear waterproof boots called muglers. Our next topic is economy. Greenland is dependent on Danish government for financial help. The islanders depend on fishing. The chief products are frozen, tinned, dried and smoked fish and shrimps that are exported. Agriculture is possible only 1% of the land area. Today, the Inuits work in mines, oil fields and construction companies. Okay children, that's only about our chapter, the land of snow and ice. Let's recall the points once again. Inuits are the native people of Greenland. Inuits were earlier called Eskimos. Inuits move around in sledges pulled by reindeers and wolf-like dogs called huskies. The people of Greenland wear clothes made out of animal skins and live in igloos, houses made of snow or permanent houses made of logs or stones. Hunting and fishing were the main occupations of the people. Now, they work in mines, oil fields and construction companies also. Okay children, all of you should read your textbook and complete your notes. We will see next time. Thank you children.